So Pilot Institute Drone Mastery course coming right up. What's up, all you drone maniacs? Welcome back to Drone Logic for your drone and tech related info from my point of view. So we know that when it comes down to the Part 107 test and all the Part 107 training, it's all about regulation and knowledge of regulation. But it does not include any piloting skills. Well, most of these online training courses, they cover this because most of them have, some drone mastery course, Pilot Institute included. And matter of fact, one of the reasons why I chose Pilot Institute over the other courses was the drone mastery course at the time that I signed on was part of the 107 training. Now, since I last checked, it wasn't. However, it's like an additional $50, bringing the total to $200. Still, I think it's still great value for everything that you get. But I would suggest that everybody go through some type of drone mastery class. And the reason why is because I'm all about safety, and the better the pilot you are, the most safe that I think that the most safety that we can have. Because like I said, I've said before, all we need is one idiot to go out there and do something with a drone, and here come the FAA regulated. Do we want any more regulation? Of course we don't want. Right now when it comes down to drone regulation, it's already the Wild West. And we're constantly getting changes and updates. We see remote ideas coming our way. And right now, it has nothing to do with a drone having to connect with a cell tower or connecting to the internet right now. But let somebody do something stupid with a drone, and here come the FAA changing everything up again and causing disruption in the drone industry. So I think the safer the industry is, the better, and the better the skills we have, pilots we have, the better. So I'm gonna talk about so far my experience with the Pilot Institute course, and I'm not going to go into any specific maneuvers because that wouldn't be fair to Greg in Pilot Institute. But I'm going to talk about what I can. And first of all, I'm gonna say I from what I've seen so far, I recommend it, and I can say that I can work on my skills. So I basically have been getting into it now, amongst all the other things that I'm doing. I want to take the course because since I have it. Now, just wanted to know there's a prerequisite. There are two prerequisites that you're going to need if you want to take this particular course. And I can't speak on other courses. But this one, the first one is you're going to need a set of cones. Now, Greg gives you a recommendation from Amazon. That's what I went with. It's a set of 12 cones, 7-inch. And I'll leave a link in the description, but you have your choice of the traditional orange, there's red, there's green, and there's yellow. I went with the traditional orange because it seems to me that orange or red would have been better seen on grass, which is more likely where you're going to have these. So I went with the traditional orange. You can choose your color, but any cones will do. But you're going to need, from what I've seen, you're going to need at least 10. From the layout that he gives, you'll need 10 cones. So at least 10, you can get your own cones from anywhere. Make sure that it's at least 10. Now the second prerequisite that you're going to need is you're going to need a lot of space, because the cone layout, I would say give yourself at least about 60 to 70 feet radius for the cone layout. So therefore, preferably, you're going to need a lot of open space and without a lot of people around and minimal trees. So I would say find and park, because most people won't be able to do this in their front yard. So I suggest you find a park with minimal trees and minimal people if you're going to do this. Now he has his courses laid out in a tier system. 4-tier system stars, from first star, 1-star tier to 4-star, and each star is represented based upon the inputs, the number of inputs. A 1-star one-star maneuvers are maneuvers that require one input. In other words, either from the left or right thumbstick or the gimbal wheel. So if you push your right thumbstick forward, when the drone will move forward, that will be one maneuver. Now, if you push your right thumbstick forward and to the right on an angle, which means the drone would do this, that will be two-tier movement. So he goes through the maneuvers, and from what I've seen, I would suggest anybody get into one of these courses because it's some serious maneuvers, and I haven't even looked at the three-tier ones yet. So I would suggest anybody to take a drone mastery course and improve your piloting skills. Now, if you are a seasoned pilot, you have some stick time, then I would suggest you pass up the first tier because the first tier is not going to be for you. But I would suggest you go straight to the second tier. Now, if you're a newbie, start with the first tier. And like I said, I haven't seen the 3 and 4 tiers, but I can imagine it's difficult. I mean, it's some challenging maneuvers, but like I said, anything to improve your piloting skills, not just for safety, but for you in general, to prove your skills, I mean that you can get better cinematic footage. I would recommend it. Now, whichever one you go with, that's on you. Pick which one you want. But I would suggest that everybody really take any one of these piloting courses. I'm with Pilot Institute. I would recommend it. From what I've seen so far, I would recommend it. But anyway, y'all, like I said, just take any one of these courses and improve your skills, because we all owe it to the hobby to make sure that we do everything that we can to ensure safety. But that's just on me, y'all. Anyway, pick one you want and go with it. But that's my 2 cents on any one of these mastery courses. But I went with Pilot Institute. And as always, y'all, until next time.